Hello again everyone, welcome back to Landric Plays, welcome back to some more Hand of Fate. We're going to give it another try, we're going to see if we can defeat the dealer once and for all.
Again you face me. Again you are a fool.
Yeah, we are very, very foolish, we know. So, here's the dealer. Let's have a look.
Until now I have shown compassion. You would be best to test me no further.
Is there anything we want to include or not include in our deck? So I'm going to keep these ones because they're new and probably exciting. Is there anything that we decidedly don't want to keep? So Moonlit Horror, I think we saw last time, which was fun, and it meant we had to, I think it was take out a lich with just a rusty axe, which is fun and exciting, but I don't think we're going to remotely stand a chance on this run. And even if we come across it, it's going to cost us so much that it's going to stuff the run. So I think I'm going to start building the deck towards more defeating the dealer, rather than necessarily doing all of the interesting token cards. On the other hand, what do we want to put in? So it's very easy to say, oh, we'll just take this out. So Wandering Minstrels as well, I'm not sure we need to keep, because I think that one gives us a blessing. And does it say on the card? Food, health, blessing, map reveal. Okay. But yeah, it's a case of what do we include then if we are taking some of these things out? Because again, not all of them are going to be useful to us because of the whole blessing curse thing. Particularly, like, we're obviously not going to put in the old graveyard because that would be a terrible card to put in. And while it is a shame not to sort of explore or at least try and complete these interesting token cards, you know, we can come back, we can do that another day. We'll do we'll do maybe a little bit of endless mode or something like that. Let's go for Cave Shelter. I don't remember what's in that one. Combat, gold, food, health, equipment, map reveal, max health. That sounds pretty good. Is there anything particular that we might want to get rid of? We'll leave it at that. I won't change things around too much. Have a quick look at our equipment. Bunch of neat weapons, bunch of neat armor. Still haven't seen the Mithril. Kind of interested to see what that does for us. A whole bunch of artifacts. I think I've picked the most useful ones. What about rings? It's a shame. Is there an easy way to flick through this? Maybe by clicking on that. Bashing ring sounds like it'll be something that stacks well with maces and things like that. But we've also got the Master Ring and the Disciple Ring that we've not seen before, so maybe we hang on to those. Yeah, I'll stop wasting time and we'll just dive straight into it and we'll give it a go and we'll see where we end up. I have a feeling this might be a short run, just because of these horrible, horrible traps and these horrible, horrible curse cards. Run speed reduced by 25.
Me more than watching your attempt to wriggle away from bad luck.
Aha, so this is the Disciples Ring. 5% less damage per blessing and 5% more damage per curse. So this is worse than useless to us. This is actively going to hinder us really, really badly. So we need to get rid of that.
Very nice indeed.
That's a blessing, but it gets discarded because the dealer's horrible to us. Devil's Carnival. I don't know how valuable this one is to keep. Because getting the token required 2 huge successes, and that was kind of tricky. But I don't think it especially gave us anything, is the thing, other than the token. But I don't know how bad failing at the challenges is. Well, we're about to find out. Huge failure. You are selected from the crowd to be tied to a wheel. The wheel begins to spin, and a blindfolded man dressed in black proceeds to throw knives at the wheel. Evidently, he needs more practice. 1 max health. Yeah, so maybe we lose this from our deck. Sometime later we stumble out. Travelling Mage. So, hey, Travelling Mage, do we have a ring to sell to you? See, I say we're going to sort of shuffle our deck round as soon as I see these cards, but by the time we get to the end of this run, I will have completely forgotten. So, feel free to remind me. Sell items. Disciples Ring. 20 bucks for free. I guess that's something, right? And we still have the Killing Streak, which this is what gives us our boost for keeping up a combat combo. Combat combo. There we go. Merchant's Ring, all shops are revealed, which is nice. Ring of Hindsight, which is really nice. And the Fine Blade, which I think is just a faster version of the axe, perhaps? I'm not sure. Is there anything we can buy? The Dragon Ring. While all dragon relics are equipped, receive 50% max health and full healing after every combat. Wow, that sounds pretty good, but we can't even afford one of the rings, let alone everything. Damocles, meh. Alchemical Silver. Press 2 to attack faster with each successful strike. The longer you combo, the more explosive the reaction. Again, sounds good, can't afford it. Bit of a shame, but ah well. Do we want to spend some of our gold on food? Not here, we don't. Okay, well, at least we got rid of the ring. That would have been definitely detrimental to this run, because we draw a new curse every level. Secret Society.
Let us stake a token on their foolishness.
So this one is particularly nice because it only triggers if you have curses and no blessings. Okay. You have to have more than one curse, I guess, so it's a shame we didn't get that later on. But there are definitely things you can put into your deck that that will be beneficial despite the dealer's horrible, horrible curses.
I will happily wager on the outcome. I do not think you have what it takes.
Request a song. What if we tell them we have no need of the services? Will that be it? I can't remember if it said one of the options was max health or if it was just food, gold, or blessing. I guess we request food. We are but humble travelling minstrels with little to spare, but we will trade half of our food for half of your gold. Okay, how much food do you reckon they have? Do you reckon it's worth, what, 22 gold, let's say? We could ask for some free food. I don't know how kindly they'd take to that. Yeah, probably not very. We'll give it a try, though. This one? Nope, not that one. Oh well. We tried. I suppose given that we're picking up gold sort of just spread across the map, maybe we should have just given it away. I'm going to turn back. I want to see what the giant eagle is all about, because we've not seen that card yet.
When I dreamed long ago, my dreams were of flight.
As you are walking one day, a large shadow passes over you. Looking up, you see a giant eagle swooping down towards you. I think we should hide, given the picture on this. There we go, success. What does this give us? With an ear-splitting screech, the bird swoops past and flies into the distance and disappears from view. So, we didn't get the token. Does that mean we have to just stand around sucking our thumb while we wait for the... Okay, that'll be exciting when we come across that card again. But for now, onto the ferry boat, onto the next level, and onto a lovely Nether curse. Compensation. Whenever the player finishes combat, they lose 1 gold per 15 health.
The things become.
Yeah.
Games aren't designed, not in the way you think. They grow as we work on them. They evolve around the players who flow through. The things they love and hate become part of our firmament. So who is the true creator?
It is very philosophical. That's not fair. You can't move the camera there, so I can't see a thing. Are there camera controls in this game? I don't know if there are. See, not only can I not see the exit, I can't see the traps that are coming up. This feels not so much devious as just plain unfair. See? There we go. Well, that cost us almost all of our health. But hey, only 2 gold, because we only have 38 health left now. Well, I guess we're going to have to see what the Tinker can do for us. I don't think we can buy healing there, but maybe. Or if nothing else, maybe some sort of shiny ring. Buy items. Mage gloves are nice. Ooh, the mithril. Heavy defense with no speed penalty. Also nice, but very expensive. Just straight up heavy armor. I think we're going to go for the mage gloves.
What will you do with that?
And we could also buy the heavy armor if we sell something else. So I guess we can sell our medium armor and buy the heavy armor. So let's try that. It'll slow us down, and given that we're already moving slowly because of that curse, we could be in a little bit of trouble, but on the other hand, heavy armor, you know? It's not a bad thing to have.
As pleases you.
To be harder to hit. And I think we'll spend... Can we spend 3 gold on some food? No. Okay. But that's not a terrible shopping trip. We've got some fancy gloves, some fancy armor. Oop, the Elder Lizard. Pretty sure we still don't have anything to offer you. Nope. So it's a bit frustrating that, partly because it doesn't tell us and partly because of the way the cards are shuffled, we don't really have a clear way of knowing either what the Elder Lizard wants or how to get it to her, but it's the way it is. It's part of the fun of experimenting, I guess, but it's still a little bit frustrating if, like, because we don't even know if we have the right card in our deck. I have a sneaking suspicion it's the Metal Ore, but even if that is the right card, there's no guarantee that it's going to show up when we want it to.
I'm sure you're grateful for that.
But, you know, it's just one of those things. At least it's not, like, a horrible bad card. There is that. We are going to start running low on food by the time we get to the end of this.
Trade and negotiation.
So that's the thing.
Without these, life would be boring.
So
and short.
Shush. So he'll only trade food for stuff, and not only do we not have enough food... Ooh. Okay, that's nice. So we get this this sword for free. Nice. Yeah, we'll absolutely equip that. So we don't get the token, but I'll take a free sword any day of the week. Lizard Dome. Aha. We've been captured by lizards, guys. One night you're captured by lizardmen, brought before their king, stripped of equipment, blah blah blah. Face one of these horrible baddies. Jack of Dust, Queen of Plague. I think we'll go for the Jack of Dust, shall we? So we've got to beat the Jack of Dust with just a rusty axe. Not, like, my favourite thing. But I think we can probably do this. I'm pretty sure we defeated a lava golem here once. Whoop, that's Bernie. Let's not dive over there. So, not only can we not block his attacks, we can't block anyone's attacks because we don't have a shield anymore. We've just got the, what's it called? Just the rusty axe. There's not really any notification that he's about to use a throwing dagger at us either, which is a little bit frustrating. See, like that. I'm fine with not being able to block it, but it'd be nice if it let me know one was coming, because I have a hard enough time watching the enemies I'm actually next to. So I think he also steals our gold with hits, or he inspires other people to steal our gold. Luckily we sort of sold most of our gold. I think we had 1 left at the start of this, and now we have 0, so that's fine. We're building up that combo streak. Hopefully this is means we're dealing more damage to this guy. Almost got him. I was going to say, can we just avoid that one attack? No. So we took a little bit more damage than maybe we needed to, but given that we've only got light armor and a rusty axe, you know, no big deal. And then we lose the 2 gold for the curse, but we get 4 gain cards out of that, which is definitely worthwhile. A movable object, Assassin's Creed, Thunderstrike. So the thing is, we actually already have an armor, a glove, a gauntlet, and a weapon. So which one do we want to replace? A movable object does sound pretty good, so it's basically the heavy armor, but gets stronger the more damage we take, which I have a feeling is going to come in handy.
Assassination is such an unfair way to encourage people through death's doorway.
Yeah. So this gives us gold for completing combat, which will mitigate that curse that takes away from us at the end of combat, but then again, maybe we're not so fussed about it. And Thunderstrike, which does a bunch of damage and does lightning damage.
The South and brought to fame in song.
Now, interesting. So if we make it to the deal yet, and we still haven't done that yet, I suspect he might count as a mage, and lightning is good against mages. So do we want to keep it? Or do we want to go for the immovable? I mean, we spent the money on the... Well, the other thing is, do we want to replace the Skeleton King's sword? Because that can replace our health, right? And I don't think we have any curses that that prevent us from using weapon abilities this time. Perhaps. I should check that. So as much as I like Thunderstrike, I think I have to go for the immovable object. Yeah, I think we have to. Ah, there we go. There goes my reason for keeping it.
I work harder to take it.
But, oh well, still, a bunch of gain. We got some free armor. Not the end of the world.
Deeper towards our foe.
Deeper towards our fate. Splinter jewels. On every successful...
Black deck delivers again.
So, on every successful combat without gauntlets, the player loses a ring, but we have gauntlets, so hey.
I use the word so often. You run out of food and you die. You lose your health and you die. Yet, you're still here. We do not speak of the true death, the final oblivion. Only the death of the game, where your piece begins again and moves across the table. This game, like all games, touches on that true death, however. For a life must be lost, and lost for all time.
He sure is waxing lyrical today, isn't he? So the charity card, we spent some food, we didn't get anything for it, which is a shame. So I guess with like higher levels of charity, you actually have to give a lot more food before you even get a chance of getting something. But I think out of that card, now that I think about it, you only get a blessing anyway. And as we're you know, in the position of not being allowed to have any blessings, maybe we drop that one from our desk. Should have. I saw the blood stain there just a second too late. But we're doing better than we did last time at least, so let's see if we can... Nope, almost got through that one. 71 out of 90 is not terrible though. I think that one's probably okay. And again, we lose a bit of our gold. Demon Trader, what... Right. So we need to get rid of this one as well, because this one only triggers if we have a blessing. And in fact, he wants to trade 2 or 3 blessings, and the fact that we don't have no blessings at all, let alone enough to trade, means he draws us a health and pain card. Luckily only 10, but that has to go out of our deck as well, I feel. Maze of Traps. So interesting, so this isn't the Devilish Traps, this is a Maze of Traps, and it has a token on it. But we are a little bit low on food, but there is this gold here. Do we spend 2 food to go there and back?
A thing that cannot be, yet is.
It's tricky to say, right? The more gold we have, the more food we can buy later. Alright, let's go for it. No guts, no glory, all of that.
This token will unlock more cards if you can defeat this encounter.
So not only do we get the gold token that was sitting on top of the card, but we also get all of the gold that shows up in this thing. I forgot there would be a horrible little beastie throwing stuff at us. But nope, we dive straight into it there. It's not ideal. Okay, we nearly got out of that. A slight bit of wobble meant that we took some damage anyway, which is a bit of a pain. But we open this chest. I'm not sure what gives us the token for this though. I certainly hope it's not having to get through it without taking no damage, because I've definitely stuffed that one up. Or maybe it's just collecting all of the treasure. Well, we'll find out in a second.
With only 3 food, you'd better hope to finish this quickly, or hunger will finish it for you.
There we go, stock of pilfered wealth. So we get 2 gain cards, presumably for opening that chest. Excellent, some equipment's really what I wanted, particularly a helm, because we don't have one of those yet. Hit on the player gives the player's next attack 25% damage bonus, can stack 3 times. So it does rely on us taking a hit, but then again, you know, I have a feeling that might happen. So let's go for the exit portal. 2 health left, sorry, 2 food left.
If you dare.
But we have plenty of gold, so hopefully we'll come across a shop soon. So twice the fail, costs us gold. I'm not too bothered by curses that are costing us gold, just by virtue of their...
Do you believe the wheel turns again and returns us to the world in order to experience afresh all that has happened? I do.
You're going to curse us again,
Yet
when
I cling still to this semblance of life. and will not go willingly through the door.
He really is waxing lyrical today, isn't he? I mean, I guess this is his, like, his big moment. So what was I saying? I've totally forgotten. Thanks for that. So these traps are horrible. Let's see if we can just... Nope, that didn't go according to plan, did it? Ooh, and again. So we got a curse that gives us... Oh dear, oh dear. I'm really terrible at this today. So we got a curse that means every time we buy an item, it costs us a curse. There we go, that's the word I was looking for. Hopefully that isn't going to translate into when we buy food it costs us a curse.
Times lie ahead.
So we have to go here and
Your
go to the shop.
situation is starting to look hopeless.
Nah, it's fine. So I don't know if we...
Finally, an opportunity
Shush.
to eat.
So I don't know if shops sell food cheaper than priests. So we might buy a little bit here, move a step, and then buy some more later. So you do 10, so essentially 3 for a food. So we'll buy this one, we'll go next door and we'll just double check. And it didn't seem that we got a curse, which is good. Player receives 1 gold per ring, including this one, after every encounter. It's very expensive and I don't think it's going to come in worthwhile for us. Excuse me. Folded steel during combat to press... during combat, move and attack faster for a short duration, so that's good. But do we just want to stockpile on food? I think we get this. Yeah, I think having an artifact will... but that will count as buying something and we'll get another curse. So maybe we don't. Maybe we just leave it where we are right now. Yeah, I think we leave. Because I guarantee I will forget to use that artifact. So I'll have a curse for nothing. Now let's see what price the priest sells food at. Because if we have to double back, that will be annoying, but not the end of the world. Potentially we could also... it's unlikely we're going to be able to afford to remove a curse, so we certainly can't get rid of excommunication or the dealer's curse. The dealer's curse is the one I'd get rid of if I could. Compensation we could get rid of, but I don't care. Splinter jewels, again, we've got gauntlets, and as long as we don't lose those, we're okay. Twice the fail, again, gold. Haunted, we could get rid of haunted. It might be worth doing this. We'll buy food and then we'll come back to it. Let's see. 18 for 5. That is more expensive? Yeah, that's much more expensive. Because that would be 36 for 5. Okay, so we do have to double back to the shop there. So we can sell our fine blade and our heavy armor as well. Maybe we should keep them as a backup in case we lose some equipment, but especially as we're just going to lose the gold, but I really do want the basically transfer it into food, though I will get rid of haunted. Because now we can go back to the shop, buy some food, maybe buy an artifact. So we'll leave this. And I guess we go one to the right anyway, because if we... to save us doubling back twice.
In this case, to be fair, you are intruding into their home.
Yeah, true, but I have a pointy stick. So good, we haven't necessarily wasted food by doubling back, because we'd have gone down here and back anyway. Let's see if we can defeat these monsters.
I bet you're thrilled to see Jack again.
Skeletons I'm not worried about. I actually quite enjoy defeating skeletons. Jack of Plague's a bit more annoying. We've got to remember to use our skeleton king weapon. There we go. I don't know how effective that actually is against skeletons, thinking about it. He has a bunch of attacks that are very quick and very difficult to not block, because they can't be blocked. I guess just dodge out of the way of. Perhaps we should focus on him a little bit. Or just stay out of his way. Because he does sort of get into that attack pattern. So maybe we can dive behind him and deal with it then. So again, I'm diving a lot more than I am... dear, I keep diving just at the wrong moment to avoid those skeleton marksmen, I'm going to call them. There we go, there's our first kill. Our mage gloves actually being useful. Ah dear. Oh, stuck in place. Oh, got a counter there. Good. See if we can take out these guys once and for all, because they're really getting on my nerves. Oh, he's going to chase us away. There we go. That's one down. Has the added bonus of doing a little bit of damage there. Actually using the wrong keys to try blocking as well, because I haven't played this for a while. Oh no, really? Okay, we're very low on health again. Oh. I just want you to go away so I can focus on Jack. So you're gonna do all those sort of fast and furious attacks. There we go, and now you're sort of stunned for a little bit. I was gonna try and just use the Skeleton King Sword ability just as like the finisher, just to try and get like a tiny bit of extra life from it. Oh dear. So we get 3 gain cards, but that did cost us quite dearly, though the food is definitely nice. 5 is better than 1, and we get some 15 health. Okay, so that will save us a little bit of money when we come back. So maybe we stop here, heal. Yeah, I think we get a tiny bit of extra healing. As loath as I am to introduce extra loading times into a Let's Play, I think we do need just a little bit of healing. Yeah, we'll get 2 lots just to be safe.
For that.
Then we'll go to the other shop, we'll pick up some food, and probably won't be able to afford the artifact, what was it, Quicksilver or something? But we'll have a... oh dear, ambushed by the 2 of dust. Okay, that's not the end of the world. Got to be careful of these traps. But see, I actually remember that they exist for once. There we go. So we're actually going to probably enter this combat with more health than we... We're going to leave the combat with more health than we entered it with, but that is going to cost us a fair amount of gold. Like 6 gold that's going to cost us? Yeah. Which is a little bit annoying. And we don't get any gains for defeating the bandits either. So let's buy some food. Let's buy some more food. Yeah, I think that's probably worthwhile, because we are going to sort of hemorrhage gold still through the curses, and food's definitely more valuable than the artifact. Especially as I don't know how many levels there are and how much doubling back we're going to have to do.
You lack the finesse to control such a powerfully complex tool as magic can be.
Here we go. In combat, on each counter-attack, we inflict double damage but lose a food. This is basically what I was afraid of. If there's no priest on this map that we can get rid of that with.
It takes a very special person to walk through this door. You need to have lived a life that provides enough meat for our deck. Yet, you also need to have enough will to walk through the door. Enough power left to persist.
$20 gold for 7 food. Not a stupendous trade, but eh. Interesting. I think we just bypass all of this and just go straight for it. The sea journey is like 3 fairly difficult chance cards, which we've not seen yet. Descent into the Underworld, we have to double back and forth and back and forth and back and forth to get through. I left it in because the first level is relatively easy to get through, and if we've got to put in some encounters, I'd rather they were fairly easy. It'd be nice if we could sort of defeat all of this, because it does look like an interesting quest line, but the end was like a lich 3 lava golems and a whole bunch of hellspawn. That was ridiculous. It's nice that it's next to these shops, so we could like double back, get some healing and go back, but especially given that we've just picked up a curse that will cost us food to counterattack, that sounds pretty vicious. So I think we're just going to move straight to the next level.
Nothing more pleasing than the smell of salt water and the rush of wind, is there?
Player cannot sell anything. Interesting. But this looks like a very short level, so I have a feeling I know who's going to be
on your final foe.
Yeah.
Soon we will meet. Regardless of who wins, know that I have enjoyed the game.
Yeah, likewise. I've been very pleased. This has been nice. So we can't. So we bought all of that food for practically no reason if this is the last level, but we didn't know. So we can't sell anything. Is there anything we can buy for 16 gold? I highly doubt it. Ring of Survival. Every third combat we get 20 health. Yeah. Blood Crescent. So we can instantly kill stuff that's on the ground at a cost of our own health. And the Enormous Shield. Not that we can afford either of them, but it's nice to see what they do. So I guess this is it. We're going to face the dealer for the first time. This is the first time we've actually made it here. I have no idea if we'll be able to defeat him though. Here goes. The final confrontation with the dealer.
Now we fight. I had hoped it would not come to this, but I knew it must. I could have built this trap to be flawless, yet I included the seeds of my own demise. I must. You must. This is the way the world turns. Without change, there is only stagnation.
That's right, the final confrontation with the dealer. Undoubtedly the toughest test you have ever faced. There have been dealers before, but none so adept at the game as him. So, this is our chance to defeat the dealer once and for all, and from the sounds of it, take his place on the throne of life and death. I have no idea what this fight is going to be like, though. He doesn't strike me as the type to sort of wade in and hit something with a club. And mages have been kind of tricky in the past. Oh,
confrontation begins.
Okay.
I will not fall.
That's cool. I like that.
As the other opponents you have faced. The 3 rulers of the Court of Dust return once more.
Oh, so we just have to
The
defeat...
microcosm reflects the macrocosm.
So on the bright side, we don't have to worry about the curse that stops us countering, and in fact, while we have food, we're going to be dealing double damage on counters, which is nice. But you're basically telling me we have to defeat every single boss in one go. Yeah, that's... especially with only 90 health, and we've already wasted some of it. Oh, that's right, the king's going to heal them, isn't he? Shoot, we need to take him out as a priority, I think. Just do some damage to this... Oop. There we go. That went down surprisingly quickly. But yeah, we need to really take the king out because he's going to keep healing everyone. At least we've got a weapon that heals us. I mean, it doesn't heal as much, but it's something. Oop, dealer's angry. So we've beaten the first bit. We've still got like 3 of these to go though.
I have let you come too far. I have become soft. This is your end.
Quick time events. Was not expecting those. But I really don't want to have to defeat the King of Scales and the Queen of Scales and the Jack of Scales in one go. That's going to be ridiculous. Ooh. We got him. But no, we're definitely going to have to defeat the other bosses, aren't we? Or do we go and stab his arm?
Again, my skulls come to the fore.
This is ridiculous.
See if you can emerge victorious.
So, can we get rid of this totem? Because that's going to keep spawning more things to fight. But the king has that sort of laser beam attack. Hey, we're defeating the King of Skulls with his own sword. That feels like poetic justice, perhaps. But still. Oop, there's that laser beam again. Though I think he's actually doing a lot of damage to his own troops there. In fact, even possibly the Queen. See, I'm much less worried about the skulls than I am about virtually any of the other bosses. Perhaps I should be more worried, because we have taken a fair bit of damage. Oh, there goes the Queen. I think we got the Jack as well. He's going to keep summoning people, so let's... boom, there we go. Whoop. Mage blasts. But we're already on, like, well, basically half health. And we've beaten the two easiest bosses.
Ends here. As well as you have played, I say no more.
Not sure how I feel about these quick time events, especially given that they're not anywhere else in the game. Can't we just counter stuff normally? That would make more sense. Can I use my weapon ability on him? Nope. I think it dealt him damage, but it didn't give us any bonuses.
You must still resist
Dear.
the family of rats if you wish to challenge me.
Alright, so we've already defeated the Jack once at this point, but he was still really horrible. Oh, that's right, and the King of Scales has an ability where nobody else can be defeated if he still lives. I wonder if I can sort of harvest these guys for their health. Okay, might be what that comes down to. Oh no. I don't think we're going to be able to do this, guys. So we know his attack pattern at least. Oh, there we go. He's got that horrible sort of shadow attack as well. But there we go, at least we can get some damage on him while he does that. Dive out of the way of that. There we go. See, that's the thing, maybe we should just keep running away and trying to do damage based on the Skeleton King's sword, because we are so low now. There's no way we can defeat the Scales. Surely not. Oh, that moves, okay. Okay, yeah, we're we're absolutely doomed. Nearly though. So which way is it moving? It's going to move the other way, isn't it? There we go. Now, presumably we've got to defeat your little... There we go.
Let's see how it all ends.
Stab, 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 stab. This must be quite painful, having a tiny man hacking at your wrists like that. And now the Scales.
You have come this far, but you must go no further. I will not leave the game in the hands of one as coarse as you.
So she has a fire-breathing totem. The King of Scales. Let's just see how much damage we can avoid. I'm going to try and get through this quietly, I think. Oh, that's right, he's got spines. So the King's down. That does 3 damage by itself, so basically if we take more hits, we're just doomed. Use that as an opportunity to steal 1 health back there. Do a little bit of damage. Oh, I can't see anything. Ugh, that's very frustrating. No, no. Oh, so close. So close. But not quite. Still, we made it a lot further than I thought, so it's definitely possible. But that was very tricky.
My ultimate defense. Once more into the grave. How unfortunate for you.
So we get a token at least. That's something. Hopefully we'll change our deck a little bit more to be even more forgiving to us, so that we've got a bit more health when we get there. Whew. I'm practically exhausted after that. So, we're going to have another crack at it, I think, because we've proven that it's definitely possible. If we'd started that with 10 more health, if we hadn't drawn that max health card right at the start, I think we could have done that. So we'll give it another try next time. In the meantime, thank you very much for watching. I've been Landric, and I will see you next time.